I have just finished reading Noah Kagan's $1 Million Weekend. In case you don't know who Noah Kagan is, he is the founder of the world's most popular SaaS marketplace, which you may have heard of. It's called AppSumo. Now, I'm not going to do a book review here, but one of the things that Noah spends a lot of time talking about in his book is this concept of finding your $1 million business. And I would like to open up the floor for a little bit of a discussion and see if I can get your thoughts on this too. Alright, if you're new here, you don't have to subscribe to our channel quite yet, but if you keep watching this video and you like the content and format, by the end of it, feel free to join our community of online entrepreneurs by hitting that subscribe button. Alright, so here's a quick 30-second summary of Noah Kagan's $1 Million Weekend. You should be able to find 3 people in the course of a weekend to buy your product or service from you, and you shouldn't have a need to have to convince them to do so. In other words, say that you're selling a course on how to train dogs to behave in public. You should be able to put together a nice sales page for your online course, which you can absolutely do with Thrive Suite, and send that over to people that you may think could be interested in this course and get at least 3 people to convert. All of this, again, in the course of 2 to 3 days, a weekend. Now, that's not to say that you can only send your sales page to 3 people and that you have to have all of them convert on your first try. No, in fact, the more people that you send your sales page to, the higher the chances of getting at least 3 of them to convert, right? But the point behind the book is that if you can't get 3 people to buy your product or service from you, then you should do something about it because it's not going to get any easier. And to be honest, at first I found myself thinking, well, no, sure, it's easier said than done, but this concept behind finding 3 people in 3 days to buy your product or service from you is a concept that we've actually been preaching about here at Thrive Themes for a good while now. Not too long ago, we posted a video on how to quickly launch an online course without even having to have any lessons of your course recorded. And by following this method, you could also give yourself permission to fail quickly, which I think is truly what Noah is really talking about in his book. For example, say that you've been building up an email list for a couple of months now. Say that you've been sending traffic to your blog because you've been sharing articles around on Twitter, perhaps you've run ads to them, and you now have about 300 people inside your active campaign account. Can you get 3 people out of those 300 people to buy your course just by looking at your sales page? If you can't, then perhaps it's time to think about the value proposition behind your product offering or whether you're capturing the attention of the right people. But what does any of this have to do with finding your $1 million business idea? Well, this concept behind finding 3 people in a couple of days to buy your product or service from you should also help you be wary on whether your audience is even big enough to scale to those numbers. If you're selling a course on how to train dogs to behave in public, I'm sure you can sell a $200 course to 5,000 people who may need help training their dogs. It might take you a while to scale to 6 figures because you're going to have a lot of people land on your sales page in order to get 5,000 of them to convert. But it's doable. Look around you. Everyone has a dog these days. Let me give you a real-world example of real Thrive Themes customers. Now, I'm not going to reveal data because that's obviously confidential, but Stretch Therapy has their entire business powered by Thrive Suite. Their online portal is powered by Thrive Apprentice, and they've got plenty of people signing up each day to purchase their courses from them. Why? Well, for one, their courses help people get into the world of stretching, which can alleviate back pain, neck pain, and ultimately help people feel better in their own bodies. Do you know of anyone yourself who suffers from some sort of body pain and doctors can't seem to be able to fix their problem? I do, plenty of them. And this checks the box of having an audience big enough to be $1 million worthy. Now, Stretch Therapy is now a worldwide reputable company that has been building up an organic audience by sharing free resources on YouTube, sharing free articles and workshops on their website, and so on. And you watching this video may just be starting out and you haven't even signed up to Thrive Suite yet, and it's about time that you do so. But here's the thing, you can launch a $1 million business without having cultivated an audience over the last 10 years. But let's also face it, it's going to be much harder, and you're going to have to listen to a lot of people say no before you get 3 people to say yes, and that hurts, right? If you don't have an email list of enthusiastic fans waiting for your next course to drop, you're going to have to go to the park and see which dogs are misbehaving and walk up to their owners and show them your website on your phone. And, it takes courage to do that. And it's going to be very humbling, but it's also going to be very rewarding when you start getting yeses. This is a video where I would love your input. There is no right or wrong answer. This is just a friendly pool of entrepreneurs on the road to their $1 million business, talking about how they make it. And anyways, it's time for you to consider if you want to subscribe to our channel. A big thumbs up button would be greatly appreciated if you like the video. If you want to start building your online business, Thrive Suite is a really great place to start. There is a link in the description box that you can click on to do so. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your time. I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.